And today is our first sports betting video. We're going to be discussing boosted odds and if the boosted odds are actually a good bet, um, or if they are a, you know, we call minus EV bet or plus EV bet. So plus EV expected value is meaning it's technically a mathematically good bet because in the long run you will make money overall. A negative EV bet would be losing money overall in the long run. Not saying the bet would win this time or the next, but in the long run, mathematically, it would be making money. So today we'll just look at a parlay boosted odds from Caesars. You see here, we just picked this one highlight for Otani and Javier, each over 7.5 strikeouts, right? So they have this boosted to plus 330, meaning if you were to bet $100, you would come out with $330. 430 total, but $330 profit. So don't get that confused. It calculates the full payout, which would be 430, but a profit of $330. So now we're going to see if this is actually a profitable plus EV bet. We use Pinnacle mostly, and you can look at some other sites, but Pinnacle's the sharpest lines of any book for the most part, which shows the fairest realistic odds, right? Because when you look at parlays and just lines in general, there's the VIG, right? So you see Otani over 7.5 strikeouts is minus 115, right? Um, so we're gonna put in this into a no VIG calculator. So when you see you put in minus 115 here and minus 115 on the opposite side, they have, if you want to pick over 7.5 strikeouts, you'd be risking $115 to win 100. If you wanted to pick under 7.5 strikeouts, you'd be risking $114 to win 100. Basically the same. We'll just change it just to, make it. So the realistic fair odds here would be minus 100.41. Basically a coin flip, 50-50. So realistically, if you're betting $100, you should, if you win, you'd be $100. So we take that as the first line. And then we put it into we'll put it into our parlay calculator, minus 100.41, just to be technical here. Now, Javier, we had him, I think, already. Javier, where is it? Okay. Over 7.5 strikeouts. Again, minus 115, minus 114. I think it was the same for Otani. Well, he's minus 150, minus 115. So basically the same. So we'll just put these in there. Again, it's plus 100 odds for him as well. So, or minus 100. Plus 100, minus 100 is the same thing. So we're going to calculate that. Well, we'll put in $100. Calculate that. So at fair odds here, if you were to bet $100 on this parlay for both players to have over 7.5 strikeouts, you would need to win at least $299, essentially $300, right? For it to be a break even or plus EV bet. So if you were to win anything over 300, it'd be plus expected value, right? So our boost here, we bet 100 to win $330. So it's a $30 difference. So that would be a plus EV bet there because the boost they're giving you is better odds, 3 plus 330, than essentially the payout here, which is essentially plus 300, or plus 299, we want to say, to be technical. So that's basically in a nutshell how to figure out the these parlays or these boosted odds, and just in general, when you're betting parlays, the more legs you add to the parlay, the more the VIG adds up and multiplies. So long leg parlays, the more legs you add up, generally the worse, bet it is, and the most, more negative EV it could be. But sometimes you can find these boosted odds which actually are profitable. So that's just in a nutshell, basically how to find out a good bet, and if these boosted odds are good, and a lot of them aren't. They, a lot of these sites post, these parlays, these boosted odds to make you want to bet. But technically, mathematically, they're actually not. You just have to look through some and, go from there. So that's it for the video. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.